Welcome back to my channel. I'm making Monday. We're going to be making a pendant today. I kind of saw a picture, so kind of had an idea of something that I wanted to try to make. So we're going to start off with 16 gauge wire. We're going to use 24 gauge wire, only because I'm all out of 18. Only a person who is a crafter can look in a drawer full of wire and say, I need more wire. Anyway, and I'm going to be using these gorgeous little beads here. Some of them have a little bit of a goldish tone to them, but I'm going to be using silver wire because when I was looking at, if you can see the little goldish tone on them, when I was looking at my colors of my wire, when I got the goldish wire, it didn't match the gold that was on the bead. So I think that a lot of times, you know, if you sit here and you think, oh, well, it's mainly gold, I need to use gold, it's going to clash. There could be instances where it's going to clash. So don't be afraid to mix your metals, to mix your wires, to use colors. There are so many fun colors of wires out there. Don't be afraid to throw that stuff in the mix. And don't think, oh, because I have one tone in what I'm using, I need to use the other tone, because sometimes it really doesn't mesh. So I just decided to go ahead and use silver, and we'll just see how it ends up looking. I mean, maybe it's a mistake. We'll find out at the end, and that's okay. It'll be pretty because it's ours and we made it. So first thing I'm going to do, I have my big old piece of 16 gauge. Yeah, we're not best of friends. But what I wanted to do, I'm leaving it big because I need to see what I'm going to end up with and then trim it at the end. What I want to do first is to curl the top to essentially make my bail and have it be all one piece. And I thought that I would use this wire inside of my design to put some beads. So we'll kind of see how it's going to end up. I'm going to start with these, see what I can do, not jab myself with the wire, and just see how it works out. We'll just kind of wrap it. I think I'm going to, you know, everything with me is a work in progress. Really think I want it a little bit smaller, but I want a little bit of a design. So we shall see how we're going to end up here. Now I think I just need to get I'm going to use these and just try to pull it up a little bit more. There we go. No, you know me. I'll start and go, and we'll do some more here. Sorry. Getting a little feisty with it. I don't want to use those because I don't want to put any more of a crook in it than I have to. There we go. Just be careful if you don't have anything on the inside of your, you know, some people put stuff on the inside of your thing so that your teeth aren't making a mark in your wire. Just be really careful when you're grabbing and when you're holding it, that you're not marking up your wire. I know that's a little odd. I put myself a little bend in there. That's all right. That's why it's handcrafted. All right. I just wanted a little bit of a tight loop in there to put my string through. I may come back and tweak it some more. I think I want a little bit more of a curve in there, but I'm not. I don't want to take my needle nose and end up making it too bendy, since I already have kind of a squarish thing going on. There we go. Well, that should be alright, I guess. We shall see. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to do this here. What I want to do is have this back away. So this is would be the front of the pendant, and this is going to be the back. So that's just how I kind of had it pictured in my head. And I want to bend this and make like an S. So I've got to figure out what size I want to do that. It's going to be back. Let's do this. So it's back, and I want the S to go that way. Let's see what we can do. And see how beautiful that puts a little crook in there. This is a work in progress. I'm figuring it out as we doing it, folks. Figuring it out as we doing it. Alright, so then I want another one here. We'll need to tweak it a little bit, you know. Always going to have some kind of tweaking to do. Now, there I go. Messing my pretty little circle up. I'm just squeezing it around, getting the shape that I want. Oh, that's so pretty. Looks really good. I can really keep it curvy. Keep my curves flowing, so I'm not really messing them up too bad. And I want to get the basic layout of my wire all the way through. That way we know what we're going to be working with. Trying to decide where I want my tail piece to kind of come into play. That'd be pretty. Alright, let's get rid of this excess down here. I think we'll get rid of a little bit more. Alright. We're just going to bend this up. I know I'm probably not using these 100% professional. I'm using the way that I need them in the application at the time that I need them. And that's the way everything is. You don't have to, you know, when you start off with stuff, you read up, you figure out how to do. If you don't have anybody to show you, you figure out how to do. And until you know, you do the best you can. And, you know, that's just the way that it is. That's what makes it fun. And then when you see how somebody else does something, you're like, oh, okay, I got it. I know now. And that's fine. That's perfectly okay. All right, so got us a little, bend that way. And how that's going to be. How that'll hang. So our S is going to be a little bit lopsided, and that's okay because that's how the creation is kind of coming to be. Bend this up a little bit more. Yeah. Alright, and we'll see. I'm going to see when I go to, when we get done with our beads, our bead work, whether or not, I think I'm probably going to bend this down a little bit more. Wrap it a little tighter. I think I like the way that's going to hang. Doesn't that look good? It's kind of interesting. You can do whatever kind of shapes that you want to do. It's fine. You just keep on doing however you want to do it. I'm going to try to roll this down just a little bit more. This 16 gauge, I swear, it's not my friend. And I don't want to square this up. Just want to roll it, and I don't want to use my, there, because I don't want to mark it. I don't want to scar it up. But you know, if you do scar it up, you have a little bit of scratching, that's fine. You can use a little bit of sandpaper, buff it off. I think I do have a couple little bitty scratches on there now. See? That's okay. It'll be alright. This is a magic tool that can be used for so many different things. Anytime you need to put perfectly round bend into anything, this is just the perfect thing. Just so perfect. Alright, so we kind of have our basis of what we're going to do. I'm going to take my little hammer, just kind of hit it a little bit without messing up my stuff. Just add a little extra harden to it. Firm it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, so what I'm going to use now, I'm going to use this wire, and as I said, this is all a work in progress, a thought in my head, so hang in there, folks. Alright, I want to wrap my wire pretty much up here. So I'm just taking, I'm going to wrap it around several times up here. I also was thinking about how it's going to be where it's circular. You know, you may have something where your wire is trying to slide and not really hold the form of where you're wanting it to be, because there isn't a solid edge. So that's one reason that I'm wrapping a little bit extra, because I want to make sure that I'm kind of giving myself a little bit where I want it to be. Alright, I've got my little tail. See, I've got my little wire wrapped. Got my little tail, so I'm going to snip it off. Keep up with your bits. Actually, if I turn my cutters around, these are the girl's best friend. You can use these in so many ways for everything. Obviously, I use those and my pretty little purple needle nose a lot. Love them. When you get to doing stuff, you will find you have your favorite go-to tool or tools that you will use for everything. And it'll end up being, sometimes you'll use them for stuff they're not even meant because you love it so good. Oh no, I'm going to use that. That's my friend. I'm going to use it. Oh, use me, use me. I know that was random. That's okay. Alright, so got that there. So let's add us some beads. This time I just have all of the same kind. And I know I have a lot of wire here to put them through. I just wanted to be sure that I had enough for however much wrapping I was going to end up doing. So all I'm doing, put them down there like that. Make sure that you vary your beads if you have some that have a little bit slight difference in the coloring, so that you know you kind of have a little variation to what you're doing. Add your sparkle. Whoop. Okay, that fits. Let's do, yeah, since we did that way, let's go ahead and have it kind of sideways. Alright, yeah, I definitely think I'm at the point now where I can cut off some of this here. Wire, cut me. There. It gone. Alright. Wrap it. Be sure that when you're wrapping it, you're keeping, you see how it's even? You're making sure you kind of keep it tight, because then you can always tighten it, pull it tight, or you can leave it a little looser if that's the way you want your wrap to look on your item that you're making. Just keep in mind how you visually want to see it. And that's what you do. All right. Now, I'm going to leave that right there, and I think that's about where I'm going to, nope, I want to wrap it a little bit more. All right. Because I want it to be more over here. There we go. There. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and thread my other beads. Yes, people, sometimes it is a challenge, especially when you're working with a black bead or a dark colored bead, to find the hole to stick the wire through. It's not old age. Okay, maybe it's middle age. I'm not copping to it. Alright, it's a little, there we go. That's, whoop. So, alright. Now, I want to wrap the wire, if I can get it to stay. Hold it upside down, that'll help it to stay. Right there, I want to wrap the wire this way. That's going to, I'm going to put a big wrap. I may even wrap every single bit that I have left here, so that that's going to really hold that in place and give it a little bit more of a definition, a little extra texture, so that it's not just one big piece of wire. Got a little bit extra texture on the wire, a little bit more bling to it. There we go. Alright, try to end your wrap to the back. Pay attention to where you're at and how you hold it. Get your wrap to the back so that you can bend it down. Leave enough to bend down to get it the tightness that you want. Just gently squeeze so you're not marking it. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! It's a little abstract. It's a little angular, but it's ours, and it's unique. This is your, whatever you want to name it, pendant. So you can wrap it in however many different directions. Really, the picture that I saw was more up and down. It had more like this, and then it had beads going straight up and down. But I just wanted to do a little something different. Just make it our own and add a little bit of something to it. So, there we go. I think what we're going to do to finish it off is to get some black suede cording, because you know I'm all about the black suede. It's also very good using the cording, the suede cording, if you are sensitive to metals. Then you don't have to rack your brain figuring out, oh, what can I do, so that my necklace doesn't break me out. The suede cording is soft, it's gentle, it works well with whatever outfit you have. It can dress up, dress down, and then you don't have to worry about allergies. As far as I have found for metals that might possibly break you out. So this is our pendant, and I hope that you enjoyed making something a little different, a little curvy, little out of the box, and I hope that you enjoy anything else we have going. If you have any other ideas, as I said, please post a comment, like and subscribe, so we can keep on doing our crafts together. And I hope that you enjoy your Monday and that your week is blessed. And if you try to make this, please post pictures of what your finished product looks like. Enjoy. Have a great day.